Tails Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another product showcase video featuring our new Halloween party collection, and I feel like these videos keep getting bigger and bigger because I could not even fit all of the cards that I made for today's video. So I think I made over 40 cards that I'm going to show you today. So definitely grab a snack. It's going to be a longer video. This collection is humongous and it's one of my favorites. I know I say that with every release, but I do hand draw every single product in my shop. So every collection in its own way has a special place in my heart, but this one especially has to be my favorite collection of the year. And it's not just because it's a Halloween release, which if you know me, you guys know I love Halloween, but really it's one of my favorites because of the pop-up that we are bringing out today. Clearly you can see a couple of the pop-ups in this frame. I will go over each card individually so that you can see all the beautiful details. But with this one die, you can create home decor lanterns, you can create these adorable little character faces, you can do flower vases for bouquets, you can do pumpkins, and just the possibilities are endless just with the die itself. But of course, we have plenty of add-ons for Halloween, and since the cat is already out of the bag, you can probably guess what our Christmas add-ons will be. Santa, reindeer, snowman, elves, you know, there's so many different characters that you can give this little pop-up, and it's absolutely adorable. You can also make them into little treat buckets, and you'd be surprised how much candy you can fit inside one of these treat buckets. And yeah, I mean, I barely brushed the surface on what you can do with this die. I am so excited about this pop-up. I really stand behind the engineering of it. There's a reason why there are no rounded or circular pop-ups in the industry. It is because it is incredibly difficult to come up with the measurements, the angles, and all the engineering that goes into this pop-up while having it still fold flat for mailing. It is absolutely wonderful, and I have to give props to my mom because she spent a very long time trying to figure out how to make this pop-up fold in an envelope and also work with a rubber band. So let me go ahead and show you one of these that has a rubber band on the inside. It is built into the die. So these cards fold flat like this. They are A7 sized, and then they just pop right out of the envelope. Let me see if I could grab another one. So that one I caught, but these are just awesome. I cannot wait to show you up close the pop-up mechanism, but these are so much fun. I don't want to ramble for too much longer because, like I said, it's a long video. So before I get started, I want to mention that I am giving away one $50 gift card to a lucky winner who leaves a comment in this video letting me know what their favorite product is. And please, please, please share this video. If you've ever wanted to support me, now is the best time to do it because this is one of my favorite pop-ups. I really feel like it's a game changer in the industry and I want more people to see it. So please share this video, like this video, and leave your comment on it. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Also, I wanted to share what these cards look like when they're all lit up, when it's dark. So yeah, I mean, again, you can see how excited I am about these because you can make them into home decor pieces. You can still mail them as a card, and then your recipient can add a tea light at the bottom of your design, and it just becomes a permanent home decor piece. I love how these turned out. All right, let's get started. All right, I am back, and I had to separate this collection into two piles because it is that big. This pile is related to the card kits, and then this one is the pop-up die, the add-ons, and standalone dies. So this collection is about twice as large as my normal ones, and the main reason why is because for the second half of the year, I do one collection less. So basically my Christmas and my Halloween / fall collections have to last me a little bit longer. So I just make them slightly larger. So definitely don't feel like you have to purchase all of this in one go. I will be restocking products as they sell, so, you know, and the time span is a lot longer for the second half of the year. But anyway, I really had no problem, you know, making a large Halloween collection. I know some of you are a little bit disappointed that there's not any fall products, but I will say that the pop-up in this collection is a pumpkin, so you can definitely make fall cards with it. I do have a couple fall samples using older products from last year, so hopefully I can inspire you for some fall designs, but also know that the pop-up is going to have future add-ons, not only for fall, but for Christmas. And yes, anyway, this collection revolves around Halloween parties, and that is because I host an annual Halloween party every year, which I guess that's what annual means, but anyway, I do not have really any stamps or dies that are related to Halloween party invites. I make my invites every year, and I've been using the same LDRS Halloween party stamp set for like 3 or 4 years now, to the point where people who are not card makers are noticing it. So I was like, you know, there's no other products out there in the market specifically for Halloween parties. So a lot of my products are geared towards that. And the reason why there is 2 card kits in this collection is because I made a kit for the hostesses, if that's a word, for the people that host scary Halloween parties like me, and then also for the people that may host trick-or-treat parties or more friendly Halloween parties. So we'll get to that on the second half of the showcase. We're gonna start first with the pop-up and the add-ons, as well as the standalone dies. So first, if you spend $125 or more, you will receive the Happy Halloween die set. This is a nice large size. It looks great on A7 cards, and it's just in a really wonky Halloween-y font. All right, and so here is the bundle that goes with the pop-up. So let me first pull in the pop-up. And as you can see, this is another 2-part die set. So in the first one, you get the lid, the embellishments to make this into a pumpkin, there's bridges, and then the second part creates the base of the pumpkin and also the lid part of the pumpkin. If you want to make this into a gift box, you can add the lid. You can also add the lid to hold your tea light inside, but it's completely optional. For most of my cards, I just use this die. I also included this gorgeous lace design, which let me just go ahead and pull in my pumpkin. I did make a single pumpkin just with the die. And I used the leaves, the lace design, the little stump for the pumpkin here. And I also made it into a lid. So this is one, when you add the lid, it will not fold flat, but if you don't add the lid, it will fold flat. And then here is where you can add your tea light inside and then close that at the top. You can also close the bottom, and that's how you'll make a little treat box. But this is what you can create with just the die itself, a beautiful fall pumpkin. And I love the lace detail. And the lace is obviously optional, so if you want a solid pumpkin, you can do that as well. So then we have all the add-ons to make it into cute little character faces. So the first one I have here is the jack-o'-lantern add-on, and there's also some adorable little kitties that you can add to the top of the pop-up. And I have samples for, I believe, every single product, so you'll see all of these in action. But you get more of this spooky kitty and then a little cute kitty with his little paws, so it looks like the cat is sitting above the pumpkin, and you can even add the little pumpkin hat to this one and make it very cute. Then we have the bat and cat add-on. So this one includes bat wings, it includes the little cat face, the bat face, the cat ears, and even the tail. So you can make very cute pop-ups with this. The next add-on is a vampire, and there's actually 3 different kinds of vampires you can make from this one set. If I wasn't able to combine 2 different faces. I wanted to make sure that you can create different faces of the same character, so that's what the vampire does. This one has a skull and a ghost with an adorable little top hat. There's a bow for the ghost, there's little accessories for the skull, and then there's some different ghost faces that you can actually cut directly from the lamp or from the pumpkin and have it be that cool lantern that you can add the tea light to. Or you can obviously make it a solid face as well. So you will see these in action with the card samples. It's kind of hard to see because there's so many different elements in each set, but they're all just basically accessories to make these faces super cute. So then we have the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein. I love the hair here. This one is probably my favorite add-on. I don't know, I love the pop of green that you can make with the Frankensteins. Then we have the Scary Witch. And then for those of you who are not into the spooky theme, I also have a Cute Witch. So 2 different types here. And then I really wanted a sentiment set that you can stamp on the back of the cards. And all of these sentiments are related to the specific add-ons that I brought out. So for the little kitties, I have, let's see, hope your day is paranormal. For the witches, I have a bewitching Halloween. For the vampire, I have a fantastic Halloween. For the Frankensteins, I have a candy a day keeps the monsters away, and then there's a bunch more that you can choose from. And I included the little labels that you can stamp directly into, and then you can just stamp and die cut them out, and they'll fit perfectly on the back of your character faces. All right. So then we have our standalone dies. And I am going a little bit faster here because it's a larger collection. Just stay tuned for the last part of the video where you will see every add-on featured, and I will, kind of break down each little detail when we get to that part. So we have 2 add-ons for our A7 pop-up lantern. I've been getting a lot of requests to make some more lantern panels, and I felt like, the lantern is definitely more of a Christmas pop-up, but Halloween lanterns are everywhere, so I definitely wanted to make some panels specific to Halloween. So this one creates an adorable little window scene. I really love how this turned out. I kind of wish I made this into maybe a slimline die, or like, I don't know, larger dies, because the detail in these panels is really cute. Then I have the basic Halloween lantern panels. What I like about these is you can use, one panel for the entire lantern, or you can use them together. And this one is a little more minimalistic, so if you cut the spider off, you can put something inside the lantern and still see through it pretty well. Then we have the A7 layering bat. And he would also work well inside our pop-up stand. He doesn't have a lot of layers, so this one doesn't take long to paper piece at all, but I used him a lot in my samples. Then we have the Scary Scarecrow. This is an image that I drew for the stamp set, and I loved it so much I just turned it into a die. Again, minimal paper piecing here. And he would look great on top of one of the pop-up lanterns, which I will show in an upcoming video. And he would also look great on A7 cards. I think he would also work well in the pop-up stand because he is symmetrical. Then we have the perfect Halloween night. I'm going to say this right now because the design team loves this set. I anticipate that this one will be very popular. This has images from our stamp set that I will show you in the card kit, and it just has everything you need to make cute Halloween cards. It has a kitty in the pumpkin plus all of the layering pieces for it. There's a regular black cat that's sitting, there's ghosts, pumpkins, spiders, and everything looks very friendly. Then we have the Scary Halloween Night, and this is kind of the opposite. It has more spooky images and basically everything you need to make spooky Halloween cards. There's a spider web, a tree, ghost, pumpkins, and I love this little haunted house. A lot of these images work well inside the lantern too. So I actually put this haunted house inside one of my lantern samples. Then we have this little cutie. Just look how adorable his little face is. He is A7 size. He can work in the pop-up stand because he is symmetrical. And there are a little bit more details to this image, but still relatively easy to paper piece. Now this one out of all of them has the most paper piecing, but the end result of this owl is amazing. Here I have one. I haven't added him to a card yet, but just look at how many layers you can add to this owl. And you don't have to do all of them, but you guys know me. So love this owl, one of my favorites from the collection. Also, he can go in the pop-up stand because he is symmetrical. Then lastly, we have the oval A7, or no, this is an A2 sized oval. And it's a spider web and then a giant spider. You can combine them together and add them inside the pop-up stand. But this one's very spooky, and I really like the oval as a way to ground some of my images. So love, love all of these. And then we are moving on to the card kits, and here's where you really start to see the Halloween party theme come through. But just know that all those pop-ups with the add-ons can be turned into trick-or-treat buckets, which I will show you. So that again kind of goes back to Halloween parties if you want to give your guests, you know, a little goodie bag to go home with, or if you are someone that passes out candy for trick-or-treaters, they would be adorable little gifts to give to your trick-or-treaters. I live in a neighborhood where there's not a lot of kids, so I can maybe make 15 little buckets, and that's gonna cover all the kids that come to my house. So that's what I plan on doing. I know it's, you know, a lot of time spent on kids that I don't even know, but I know it's gonna bring smiles to their faces, especially if each bucket is a different character. So anyway, like I said, I have a card kit for the two types of party hostess people. I don't want to say hostesses because I know that's not a word, but you know what I mean, right? So I have a party for the cute theme and a party for the scary theme. This one is the cute Halloween party, and I have to say these papers have my heart. You guys know I take images from the stamps and dies that I draw and turn them into pattern papers. This one has purple, orange, green, and gray theme. And I'm not gonna open it because you can kind of see all the papers here. Then you get the cute Halloween party stamp set, and I love this stamp. I enjoyed working with this so much. I actually plan on doing one similar for Christmas parties and maybe even baby showers or birthday parties, because I designed the stamps to work with the die that's also included in the card kit. You can see this label fits inside this cover plate, and this is a basic stripe, so you can use this beyond Halloween, but I definitely want to make more of these because it makes creating invitations so easy, because as you can see, it has the time, address, and RSVP stamped, and then you can swap out the top sentiment. So if you have a birthday sentiment, you can stamp that here instead of the Halloween one. And then on this one stamp set, there are 4 different headers that you can add to the label. So this one says, you are invited to a Halloween booth day party, so perfect for anyone that has October birthdays. This one is, hey boo, please join us for a spooktacular Halloween party. This one is, please join us for a Halloween costume party. trick or treat, join us for eats and sweets at our Halloween party. So all of these sentiments work well if you're not going to use the label, but obviously the label is so cool, and you can even do some ink blending on it because it's a nice large image. I absolutely love it. I also included all of the like days of the week and then some numbers if you want to add, you know, the time and also, you know, the date to your invitations. There's some different little cute images that you can add to decorate your invites. Then there are some really small sentiments that say costumes encouraged, costume contest, galish grub, tricks and treats, costume prizes awarded, foods and drinks provided. And then there is a coordinating die. It's not in the card kit, but it is available for separate purchase. And what's nice is that stamp that has all the days of the week and all of the numbers for the times. They're all in one die, but it cuts everything individually. So you're not going to lose those teeny tiny little numbers on that specific stamp. And then, yes, so you also get in the kit the A7 stripe plate. This is A7, guys. That's why this card kit's a little more expensive than our typical ones. But I know that you guys love A7 card products. So do I. So I went ahead and just went for that. Both coordinate perfectly together, but you can obviously stamp a scene inside here. You can do any kind of sentiment in this. And then the inside pieces are all the adorable little ghosts that are in the stamp set. They're a little bit larger in the dies, and they do include all the layering pieces. These are absolutely adorable little ghosts. Honestly, I think this die is worth it just for the ghosts, but anyway. Then this is the cute Halloween background. This has 5 layering stencils in it, and they all layer together to create an adorable, cute background. Actually, the background is in the paper pad. It is this one right here. So you can see all those colors layer together to create this adorable pattern. And this stencil set is 6 by 8.5, so they are larger. You don't have to worry about, you know, getting ink anywhere you don't want it to go. So I love that. Then this is an add-on. For some reason, I didn't get an extra one of these, so I'm showing the one that I already magnetized. But this is an add-on that works very well with the cute Halloween party card kit. This one is A2 sized, but you can make them into shaped cards. So it's really adorable for Halloween parties because there is words included that say, let's get spooky, let's boogie, hey boo. So you can make some different combinations there, and then you can stamp your Halloween party information on the inside of these, and they're shaped. So, well, you can make it shaped. So that makes it even cuter. You can give the little ghost a hat and a broomstick. Super cute die, one of my favorites in the collection. You can also swap out his face. So this one's a cute face, but you can also do some more spooky faces instead. Love this one. So that is an add-on, but I wanted to kind of group it with this kit because I think they work perfectly together. And you can even use the A7 striped plate as your main invitation and then have the ghost as the RSVP card. That's kind of what I was thinking when designing those products. Then the cute kit also includes 2 embellishment mixes. This is all orange gems, and then this one has a mix of purple, green, white, and orange clay stars. Then we have the Scary Halloween kit, and here are the papers that coordinate. I went with the same colors, but you can definitely tell that these are more spooky. Definitely not like gory or anything like that, but this is definitely, when it comes to Halloween styles, this is what I gravitate towards personally. So I will most likely be making my Halloween invites with this card kit. I will have 10 card 1 kit videos for both of these kits, so stay tuned for that. This one is the exact same premise as the cute party, but the images are different, the sentiments are slightly different, and the label is different. So this one is the Scary Halloween Party 6x8 stamp set. This one is a more rectangular label, and at the top you can swap the different sentiments. This one says, beware, it's a ghostly affair, attend if you dare. You are invited to a Halloween party. Eat, drink, and be scary. Trick or treat, do you dare for a scare? And then again, the days of the week and the numbers are grouped together on one stamp, so you don't have to worry about losing them. And then there's some different images to decorate your invites. There is that haunted house and that scarecrow that both turned into dies. I love how these stamps turned out. They're very versatile, which I like. Here are the coordinating dies. When I submitted this design to my manufacturer, they accidentally grouped the numbers on one die. So I went back and asked them to make them individual. So both the cute and the scary coordinating dies will cut these out individually. So that's why it's clipped at the top. But otherwise, everything cuts out beautifully. Then we have the scary Halloween background. Again, 5 stencils in here, and that will combine together to create this background. And you can omit certain designs. So if you don't want the skulls, you can just take those out. But that's really cool. I love that. Then to coordinate with the stamp set, I made the A7 swirl spiderweb cover plate, and this is gorgeous. I love how this turned out. So the label can fit right in the middle. You can also add the little skull at the top or the spider. There's also the word boo included. Beautiful stamp set. Not only does this make a spooky invitation, but it's also quite elegant. I think this is what I'm going to go with for my invites this year. Then again, this is not included in the kit, but it's a great addition if you want, you know, separate RSVP cards, or if you want to stamp the party information inside a shaped A2 card. This one will create a shaped jack-o'-lantern, and inside his mouth, it says, join us if you dare. If you're not hosting a Halloween party, you can swap his mouth out for trick or treat instead. But yeah, this is an awesome die. Like, honestly, when I was done designing this one took like all day to draw, but I was so happy with it. So that concludes the entire collection. Like I said, it is huge. Oh, just kidding. Then you also do, in the Scary Halloween card kit, get 2 embellishment mixes. This is like a midnight blue. And then this one has a mix of skulls, spider webs, black pearls, and white pearls. Speaking of embellishments, we're not quite done because we have tons of new embellishments for Halloween. I'm not going to show all of them, but I do want to shout out my dad because he is the one that bags all of these gems that you guys love. And he sits there and scoops everything into these little bags. So I have to give some time to show these because they are adorable. This one has glow-in-the-dark bats. So I guess you can't see it on camera, but the bats do glow in the dark. Then there's also some clay spiders, clay cats, and clay spider webs, I think, in this mix. This one is fun. It has the purple, orange, green, and black crystals. So these ones kind of take on the color beneath them. So if you put them on a dark surface, they'll get darker. If you put them on a light surface, they'll look brighter. This is a mix I really like. This is called Frankenstein with all the Frankenstein colors. These are all gems. We do also have some fall mixes. This one is gorgeous. It has some gold pearls in there, yellow and orange pearls with clay pumpkins. Here's an all black mix with some confetti and black rhinestones. This one is called Breaking Dawn, and if you are a Twilight fan, you understand why. Here's another mix with silver pearls. This one's really cool. Orange and black, traditional, can't go wrong with that. This one is one of my favorites. It looks like candy corn, and there's orange stars in there. We got some purples and oranges. This one is all glow-in-the-dark green. And then this one has the same green gems and also the glow-in-the-dark bats. So definitely some new clay and gems that we're trying out. These are very shiny red gems. Called this one Vampire Blood. So yeah, love how these turned out. And they are a great value. There's a lot more in these mixes than what I've bought in the past from other companies. And I don't want to, you know, shout anyone out, but you know, I really pack in a lot of embellishments in my mixes. All right, so, oh, one other thing. Rubber bands. I think my #1 most asked question is, what rubber bands do I use for what pop-up? So there are different rubber bands that you'll use for different pop-ups. I have figured out the best rubber band for the new A7 pop-up pumpkin. I am still trying to figure out some of our past pop-ups. I also figured out our storefront. So, you know, I know it's easy to just go buy rubber bands, but they're not all treated equally. You know, some rubber bands will perform better than others based on the length, based on the thickness. So I'm still testing them out. I've probably bought 100 different types of rubber bands to try to find the perfect one, but I can guarantee that this rubber band will work perfectly well. So yes, in these packs, there's 15. And I'm not making money off these rubber bands because, like I said, I know you can buy rubber bands very easily, but this is going to probably save you a lot of time, money, and effort trying to figure out the right rubber band. So these are very inexpensive, and yeah, I feel like it's my most asked question, so I had to kind of figure out which rubber bands work with which pop-up. So anyway, that is now offered, and it will continue to be offered for future pop-ups as well. All right, so finally, we are at the showcase stage of this showcase. So if you haven't yet already grabbed a snack, now grab one because it's still going to be a long video. There is over, I think 35, maybe even 40 cards here that I made. Have to give my mom a shout out too because she made a few of these, and like I said, she created this pop-up and she's the engineer behind all of the pop-ups we bring out, but this one was a pain in the butt to figure out. She probably spent a good 4 or 5 days perfecting the measurements, the angles, and especially the rubber band mechanism to make it absolutely perfect. And I have to say, guys, there is a reason why there are no circular pop-ups in the industry. You know, it looks like a very simple pop-up, but you know, when you are working with vertical and horizontal lines and you cannot create curved score lines that fold flat at least, it makes it very difficult to make something simple like this into a prototype. So my mom really did all the work for you. The die does all the cut lines, score lines, measurements. This is one I really don't think you can replicate with the scoreboard because of how many specific requirements are needed to make it perfectly circular and also allow it to fold flat. So with that being said, this one does not fold flat because I did close it at the bottom. But here's a little bat that I made with the bat and cat add-on. So the add-on includes the ears, the face, and the wings. So this one you can add candy inside if you want and make it a trick-or-treat bucket. Here is one that I created with the jack-o'-lantern add-on. I added the cute little kitty on top, and then the jack-o'-lantern add-on has different faces you can add to the pumpkin, and then up top here are some different die cuts from the Perfect Night die set. So here's an example where I added a rubber band at the bottom. So it's gonna stretch like this inside the envelope. And I actually wanna pull in an envelope so you can see that these do fit inside an A7 envelope, like so. And then you just pull it out and then it pops right into place. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen, guys? I am in love with this pop-up. And I am so excited for Christmas specifically and all the add-ons that will come out for it. But isn't that cat just so sweet? So I did try when designing my products to do about half spooky and half cutesy. So you'll see a mixture of both. Here is a set of pop-ups that I made using the Cute Witch add-on. I also used the little face from the Frankenstein add-on so that the middle witch, and I am so sorry, I don't remember the names of these witches, but they're all from Hocus Pocus. I hope you can see that. I did the purple, the red, and then the main witch. I forgot her name, oh my gosh. But yeah, I used the Frankenstein hair to create the little buns at the top, and then I used the scary witch hat so that, again, she kind of stands out from the other two. She would be the centerpiece of the trio. And then on the purple witch, I added Hocus to the top. And then on the other one, I added Pocus. And this little spider that's hanging from the hat, I just die cut twice and added them up here again. Aren't the little spider faces so cute? There's so many details in each of the add-ons that you really just have to look closely, because not only do you get the faces of each add-on, but you get the accessories. So you get the hair, you get the hat, the Pocus and the Hocus. I die cut from letters in my stash, and then I just glued them onto a black banner. Everything is popped up with some clear sticks, but even with, you know, the popped up elements inside the card, you can still fold it flat and it will still pop up. In fact, this one has a really nice spring to it. Yeah, very, very cute. And on this purple witch, I added the glasses that are included in the add-on. On this one, I added the broomstick from the ghost-shaped A2 card die set. And I like that she has a different face. Very, very cute. I also made a couple lanterns with the new Halloween lantern panel add-ons. This one I combined the caution tape from last year's collection with the new windows. I added a ghost from the Scary Night die set. I die cut the lantern from heavyweight black cardstock, and then all around I decorated the windows, added a couple pumpkins from, I think, a set from last year. These pumpkins are from the Halloween night, and this is a nice area to write a message. And if you don't know about our lanterns, these do also fold flat for mailing, like this, and then they just pop up like so. And you can add a tea light to the bottom if you want, or you can add Amanda's Pear Blossom Press Easy Lights, which I will show you a sample where I added her lights instead. But the tea lights are nice and simple. They're very cheap as well. And I just love that these become permanent home decor cards. And at the end of the video, I'll turn off the lights and I'll show each of the light up cards so you can see what these really look like illuminated at night. I plan on actually displaying most of these cards. I already decorated for Halloween, so these are just gonna become more decorations for me. Then we have, let's show a fall card. This is one my mom created using the layering sunflower dies from last year. The Grateful for You is from the slimline staircase pop-up from last year, and then we also use the assorted fall leaves. You guys know that is a fan favorite die set, and she cut the base pumpkin from orange mirror cardstock. So this one has a lid on it. So that can be removed. And you can also close the bottom if you want to put a gift inside. Obviously though, you can also add your tea light at the bottom and have it glow. I think that the pumpkin base itself is so beautiful. I plan on doing some elegant Christmas add-ons as well, so that there will be different cutouts that you can add. I think snowflakes would be very pretty. Poinsettias at the top would be stunning. I just have so many ideas. So this is a beautiful card. Now, let's share some pop-up books because I made quite a few of these. So here's that A2 ghost-shaped card. I went with Let's Get Spooky, and these are the new embellishments that I added to him. I gave him a witch hat and a broomstick, and then I made a little girlfriend for him. And this one says, "Hey boo, let's boogie." I gave her the glasses from the skull add-on die set, as well as the bow. And then this little Halloween bucket that she's holding is from the layering cute bat die set. So I mix and matched a lot of different dies for this ghost, but this one has everything included in the A2 ghost shaped card. I think these are so cute. I love them. All right, then we also have the jack-o'-lantern base. So these are A2 size, and they're perfect if you want to stamp out your party information from those party stamp sets that I showed earlier. So that one has the "Join Us If You Dare," and then this one has the "Trick or Treat." You can see that these are pretty thick. When it comes to flat card designs, I feel the need to do that extra step of adding extra die cuts because I love the way it looks. Anyway, this one features the cute Halloween party stamp set. This one has all of the cute images from the stamp set that I added to the front, and then from the front of the book, I die cut the label using the coordinating die so that when you open it, you'll see all the party information, and then there's a couple little cute ghosts that we're hiding. I even decorated the side with a cemetery border. This is from last year. The top and the front are decorated with some of the new embellishments. I love those orange clay hearts. I use them on a lot of my card designs. But isn't that cat in the pumpkin just so darling? And this is also a die image. So is this. Actually, everything is a die image, including the little ghosts. But these are all stamped. I also added the cemetery border inside the shadow box. I love the dimension you get with the book. I did add a magnet to it because this boy is quite thick. So yeah, that's just kind of keeping the cover down. For the rest of my books, I didn't have to add a magnet. For some reason, this one just was really like fat, so I added it. I did the spine of the book. The back is blank. But yeah, I love the A7 book. I use it on every collection I bring out because it's just one of those that is a year-round product. Here's one that my mom made using that A7 layering owl. And I mean, look at all the details on that owl. He is definitely one of my favorites, and I'm going to be using him in an upcoming video. But around the shadow box pages of the book inside, she added the A2 forest cover plate. She cut up all the branches and just kind of tucked them into the pages of the book. It's kind of hard to see the dimension of these. They are so cool in real life. Then in the background, she used a spiderweb pattern paper. I think this is pattern paper from last year, actually. And then again, she cut a window from the front so that you can see the owl from the front. She created a little gray border around. These are black pearls that are a new mix. And then this is the Happy Halloween freebie die that, again, you will get if you spend $125 or more. All right, so here's another way you can use the new pop-up pumpkin. You can create the character faces, but you can also add or close the bottom of them so that you can add candy inside the faces. And I added this little handle from the A7 pop-up purse die set. This is actually the purse handle. I just cut off the bottom and used it as like a little bucket holder. I added a spider web to it and a spider. So I love that you can use the inside of the pop-up to either decorate and it will still fold flat, or you can use the inside to add different little treats, and you would be surprised how much fits in there. That's already 4 Halloween candies. I could probably fit 2 more if I wanted to. But yeah, I mean, this is perfect for a trick-or-treater. So love that. Here's another one I made with the vampire add-on, and I was so tempted to give this vampire blonde hair because the paper I chose for the face or the base is a shimmery like cream color, so it just reminded me of Edward. But yeah, so that's the vampire. Again, he can fold flat. He has the rubber band, so he just pops right into place. I can't get over how perfect that rubber band mechanism works, and it has to do with the rubber band that you're using, which again is why I'm now selling the rubber bands. But yeah, so cute. I love these. I can't get over how adorable they are. Here's another lantern, and this one I put a purple tea light inside. Again, at the end of the video I'll turn off the lights so you can see how they all glow. But yeah, I buy all my tea lights on Amazon if you're wondering, and I have quite the variety. This is like a warm light. I have all orange, purple. I even have a color changing one here somewhere. But yeah, they're really cheap on Amazon. But this one, this lantern is monochromatic. I went with a black base and everything is die cut from silver mirror cardstock. These bats are from the Scary Halloween stamp set. The Haunted House is from the Halloween Nights die set. This one I used the basic Halloween lantern panel. I cut that spider off so that you can see more of that haunted house inside. At the bottom I added Monster Night Party so that in the back, if you wanted to, you could write your party information or have these be like little gifts that they can bring home. Then on the side I added the bat window panel, and then on this side I added the witch. So I used all 3 panels from that die set, and then on the back I repeated the spiderweb one again, and then in the center I added my sentiment. And those are the spiders that I cut off. I just glued them to the back of the card. Really cool. I think this would be also another great Halloween party invitation if you left some more room in the back. Very cool. I showed the pumpkin earlier, but this one is one of my favorites. I want to reiterate that you can make this just with the pop-up itself. So if you are not a Halloween person, but you still, want to make some pop-ups, this is a great option, as well as those flower bouquets that my mom made. And just know that there's going to be some amazing Christmas add-ons for this pop-up. Let me show you another fall design. Here is another one featuring that layering sunflower die set. So these not only make adorable little character faces and treat boxes and little lanterns, but they make beautiful flower vases so that you can put different bouquets at the top. So these are just sunflowers, but imagine what you can do with butterflies and spring flowers. And then again, that lace pattern at the bottom just really elevates this and makes it very elegant. This was cut from gold mirror cardstock. Love that one. Then I have Frankenstein and his bride here. Aren't they just adorable? I can't get over how cute these are. So on the sides, I added the little stitching, and you can use that stamp set that has the different, images related to the different add-ons. You can stamp them on the back here, and they would just be perfect trick-or-treat gifts. So these ones also pop right up. Let's see if I can do both. Yeah. I love how they squish too. Like, aren't they cute when they're flat? And then they just pop right up. Also, I think this face specifically kind of looks like the Grinch. So maybe some Grinch cards, perhaps, for Christmas. Let's share another book here. This one features the spiderweb swirl cover plate. Again, we cut a window through. This is the window from the label from the stamp set. Added that to the inside because it is symmetrical. And then the scene inside has another A2 force cover plate just cut up so that the branches kind of cover the inside and the outside of the book. A little spider at the bottom, and then inside, this is the A7, this is the layering bat die set. Very spooky, but also kind of cute. These spiders are also a new sequin mix in some of the embellishment mixes. Then I made some invitations. This invitation, I think, will be my party invites this year. I cut the spiderweb swirl from Silver Mirror cardstock. I did die cut that 3 times, so it was a bit of a pain to glue them all together. If I make these as, you know, my invites, I might buy some sticker paper so that it's easy to layer them up. I white heat embossed all the party information. This actually will be my party, so 7 to 12 a.m., October 28th. Halloween's on a Tuesday this year, so kind of interesting. Then I will handwrite on with white gel pen, you know, my address and, you know, the RSVP stuff. Love that. Here's the cute version. This is with the A7 striped cover plate. I used the ghosts that are included there. The sequins from the card kit, not the sequins, the gems and the clay stars. And then this one is 5 to 10 p.m. because I'd imagine that this would maybe go to some trick-or-treaters. But I added the Hey Boo from the A2 Ghost shaped card die set, then the sentiment, and that's just so adorable. I love, love, love these. All right, so let's see, what else do we have? We have a fall lantern. I will have a video on all the lanterns that I'm showing today. I have those filmed, but this one is the one I added Pear Blossom Press lights to. So that's very pretty. So I used the leftover leaves and sunflowers that my mom had from those other designs and just made a quick little lantern. This is the basic lantern panel. Here's where you can write a message. All right. Here is the cat add-on. I made, of course, a black cat for Halloween, and I gave her a hat from the Cute Witch add-on, again with those adorable little spiders. I added Google eyes to them. But I love the little tails on these. And this one, you guys know, I have Siamese cats, so I had to make a Siamese cat. So this isn't technically Halloween, but you could definitely customize these to whoever you're sending to. You can make them look like your pet. I do have to make one for Goose, but I had to do a Siamese. You guys know me. So that's really cute. And this one, I added the cat ears inside. On most of them, I added the hat or, you know, whatever goes on the top, I mainly add directly to the front. But in this case, I added the cat's inside, the ears inside. So it's whatever you think looks best. I did another example of that somewhere else. Let's see here, this one. I added the hat to the front of the base itself, and then inside I added those little ghosts, the spider web, the spider. You can see I quite enjoy that spider. I used him on a lot of my card designs. This one is the skull add-on with the little spectacles. Isn't that just so cute? He's such a dapper boy. He has sort of a Tim Burton vibe to him. Love that. And I will have a video on these add-ons very soon, probably this weekend, if all goes well. Here is another book. I'm telling you guys, I did not sleep for the past 10 days, but I have never had so much fun making cards because the ideas just kept coming And so this is another book. Again, this can be another invite. I decorated the front with the Scary Halloween stamp set. This is from the oval spider web die set along with that spider. He's very creepy, but I love how that looks. The cemetery border at the bottom. Then inside I added the cemetery border with a spider web from the stamp set. Here is all the party information. I thought that this was also a good contender for my invites, but honestly, these books just take so long. I'll probably go with this more simple design. But this one has more stamped images. Love that scarecrow. I added here, costumes required. And here, I actually stamped the label on white cardstock with orange and black embossing powder. So there's a mix of both, which is very cool. You can see it on the number there too. I have another closed jack-o'-lantern here where I cut the faces from the base so that I can add a light inside. And all of these different jack-o'-lantern faces are included in the jack-o'-lantern add-on, as well as the little kitty at the top. So you get this kitty, which is a little more spooky, and then that one I showed earlier that I now cannot find. Oh, is it? No. And this one. So you can get two different looks, definitely more spooky and more cutesy with this add-on. One of my favorites. You guys know I am a cat person. I have a cat on my logo, so I hope I represented the cat people well for Halloween. But I added to the top the little stem for the pumpkin, some ghosts. These are the mini ghosts from last year, and then of course the cat. I made another treat box using the purse handle. I think that's honestly what I plan on doing for trick-or-treaters this year, and I might do a video on mass producing these, but I want to do a different face for all the different trick-or-treaters. But this is the ghost face with the bow and the glasses. Isn't that just so sweet? The spider made another appearance, of course. And then inside I have tons of candy. Like you can fit probably 5 pieces of candy in there. You can also put gift cards, small jewelry maybe. On the handle, I used the candy corn from the Perfect Night. I used a lot of the Perfect Night throughout these cards. I just haven't been pointing them out, but that's a nice versatile set, as well as the Scary Halloween Night die set, because they add those small images to kind of complete a card design. So the candy corn, the bats are from that set, and then this is a mini ghost from last year. Let's share another book. This one is one my mom designed using the A2 jack-o'-lantern. You can use it as a shaped card, but obviously you can also use it on its own on a flat card. She cut the base from orange mirror cardstock, and then the background is black glitter, so very shiny. Then she added some spiders, and then inside, isn't that just so cool? These are all the spiders from the A7 oval, or no, sorry, I keep saying A7, the A2 oval die set. She had those creepy spiders coming down off the web, and she added a red gem to their butts so they look like black widows. It's very creepy. I actually saw a couple of these on the floor and had a mini panic attack thinking they were real. And then she added the big one in the back there. And then this is also a party invitation. So this one has, you are invited to a Halloween party. I love that you can swap the header depending on what type of party you're doing. Beware, it's a ghostly affair. Attend if you dare. I love that. Ooh. Here is another light up pop-up pumpkin. This one I die cut a decorative square from each of the panels, and then I just added a spider to the middle of each one. So you can die cut hearts for Valentine's Day, butterflies for the spring. You can get so many different looks with this. And then at the top, it's kind of hard to see with the black background, but the top has the Happy Halloween freebie die, and those pumpkins from the cute bat. Speaking of the bat, I think it's time we share him in all his glory because, oh my gosh, this has to be the cutest die I ever made. Is that not just so stinking cute? In his little bucket, I added gems, so it kind of looks like rock candy. Adorable. I added some of the ghosts from the A7 stripe cover plate. This is the stripe plate, and as you can see, you can use it without the invitation. And I die cut that out and used it on this side so I can write a custom message. There's that other ghost, another bucket with candy inside it. This one has the Let's Boogie from the A2 ghost shaped card die set. And then the front has Let's Get Spooky, some embellishments, the little witch hat from the A2 ghost, and the broomstick from the same set. Very, very cute. All right, so we're getting down, I think, to the final card. Nope, there is a couple more here. Here is a design where it is closed at the bottom and it's a lid, so you can actually put your tea light in there. This is the color changing one, which is very fun. This one, I die cut from the base the word boo. This is a ghost face. These are all ghost faces, actually. And then at the top, I added the trio of ghosts. Again, another one of my favorite die sets. Honestly, I think that straight cover plate is worth it just for these adorable little ghosts. And I will have tutorials on all the different types of cards you can make with this one die set coming very soon. I show how to add the bottom part if you want to close it. I show how to add the lid if you want a lid. I'll show how to do the flat cards with just the rubber band inside. There's really so much you can do with just a single pop-up, and that is why I'm asking you guys to please share this video, share my Instagram posts, because I am still very small business and I'm not trying, to sell my products or try to make a bunch of money. I really just want people to try out these dies because they are a game changer in the pop-up world. They are so fun to work with. So anyway, so that's another design. Let's see, we have another bat. And if you're wondering if this one does fold flat, it does. So the wings would actually fold back like this, and then they would just pop right back up. This one inside, I added a bunch of bat silhouettes. These are from last year's Halloween Essentials die set. Very, very cute. Here's another lantern. I added a purple light to the bottom, and this is the same design where I cut the square on each side of the panel, and then I added a bat to the center instead of a spider. And then at the top there, this is the layering bat die set, and then some more bat silhouettes. I believe we only have one more book left, and then we are officially done. So speaking of the A7 layering bat, I used him on this cover of the book. And then this is the oval spider web. Very spooky, I love it. The inside has the large spider, some smaller spider webs from the Halloween Essentials die set from last year, the Happy Halloween freebie. And here you can really see how big that freebie is. It looks great on an A7 card. Then on the side, I added an area to write a message and then another bat. So this bat I absolutely love because he doesn't take long to paper piece and he fills up a card very nicely. So that concludes, I think, probably an hour-long video. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And I know I kind of geeked out for a lot of this video, and it's just because I am in love with this pop-up design. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I am giving away a $50 gift card to one lucky commenter, so just let me know down below what your favorite product is. Share this video, tag your friends, do whatever you can, because I really want this pop-up to be seen by more people. And yeah, thank you again for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!